Orders are due this week at I Want More Comics and Games for over 300 items. Always check out our final orders due page to get your books and beat the release week rush. We work to list every available and open order comic, trade paperback, and manga so you can get exactly what you want. Showcased this week are some terrific variants: Absolute Batman Annual, X-Babies in Long Shots, a Halloween homage for ferals, Echo Seeker of Truth, and the can't-miss Marvel Knights Punisher. Number ones for Predator Badlands, Supernatural, American Caper, and Chitara. Place your order before 6 p.m. Monday night and select from shipping options or in-store pickup. See you at release.
Hello, everyone. Sunday night, and we're already starting off with some half-truths. The half-truth of tonight is that this won't be with Richie and Keith. It will be just me. And we just have a little shorthanded here at the shop today. Half our staff and all this. So Richie's still out covering the floor for the last 30 minutes while we close up. That's all right. I'm going to fake this, and we'll see how it rolls, because keeping the timing and the basing of it and all this has always been something Richie's really good at. So we'll see if I can make it work out for you. But welcome to the Final Order Cutoff Show. It is Sunday night. Orders for any of these comics are due by tomorrow, 6 p.m. Everything is live and available on our website, iwantmorecomics.com. You can click over to iwantmorecomics.com, go to the top, hit the shop, and use the final orders due page right there and follow along as we dabble through this. This is an interactive show. Do feel free to chat it up with us. But it is also designed in such a way that you can watch it after the fact if tonight, right now, doesn't work. Good timing for you. So welcome, everyone, for it. And we're off to the races. Decent amount of items on here, although we're now hit the holiday shipping schedule. So what does that really mean? It doesn't mean a terrible amount for customers. We're going to, things are spread out, spaced out pretty appropriately for when things are releasing. But sometimes as a store here, we will have to order things a little bit earlier than we would normally do on our timing because with the holiday schedule, that will affect printers, it will affect shipping, and they will make sure that some stuff gets done a little bit earlier so that there are no delays in the pipeline. So as an example for today, I'll start off with our friends at DC Comics, and we have very little to show off there. They are focused on the last week of the month, which I believe this month is a fifth week. And for that reason, there are 5 Wednesdays. So what we're expecting here is just a light week for that 5th Wednesday for how things balance out. But it's not a slouch. It is definitely worth noting. We get a couple more printings, a second printing on Absolute Batman 10 if you've missed out on this, and 11. But more importantly here is going to be the Absolute Batman Annual. It's our first time that we're getting an annual inside the Absolute universe. And it is it looks amazing. Your creative team on this is a triple team of writers of Daniel Warren Johnson, James Herron, and Meredith McLaren. Your artists are those same people. So it's a little bit of an anthology book, and it is a retrospective, it's a early years of Batman there, talking about how did he acquire his Batmobile? What was it like for the Black Mass Party Animals? So I really am drawn to the Nick Dragotta variant cover on this. It looks absolutely stellar and fits the thematics of what this is really well. But there are a couple others there, and we don't have an image just yet on the Joe Perel one. But I'm going to keep an eye out to see if that is up by the deadline tomorrow, and hopefully we can update our website with that. He might have posted it up himself on Instagram. Usually that's what it takes for them to trickle out the updates in that direction there. Also for this smaller week for DC, we do have the 10th issue inside Batman and the Long Halloween, the last Halloween. That amazing piece has been coming out using the last of Tim Sale's contributions to this character, but keeping Jeff Loeb on the writing. Matteo Scalera is interiors on this. Just delightful to read. Also, Superman Red and Blue 2025 special. So this is a one-shot special that's available, and a couple trades and a couple more reprints that are coming out for DC that week. What do I have on next on my notes? I have a ton of Marvel. So in comparison there, where DC's just got a few things, Marvel has 128 items that are open order. So there is just a monstrous amount. I'm going to kind of just run through it with some eye catchers for me. This Lee Bermejo, which we've talked about on the Amazing Spider-Mans, how the Amazing Visions are an ongoing Lee Bermejo variant cover, kind of a little series inside of the series. That one, the redo of the Face It Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. That works. That's solid. Joe Kelly's writing on this too is doing really solid. And while we're here, the Inhook Lee, this is a big week for the Marvel Streetverse variants. Several different options here. It's Marvel characters if they were hip in fashion walking down the streets of New York, right? So really kind of a cool little piece here, and you can see some of your favorite characters. Who's not going to support, Venom getting on like a puffy trench coat kind of look here with the hoodie and all this. It's funny. It's humorous that way, but they're all great art that he put together for that. Let's back out to more of this. Additionally, inside this, I think I'm going to come back to number ones here in a minute. Kind of hitting some highlights first here. This book here, Long Shots, is going to be under the Age of Revelation. But it, for me, being a long-term X-Men fan, really gravitates because we get the another story with the X-Babies. If you guys are familiar with them, this is Mojoverse. This is X-Babies, cloned little versions of your X-Men for TV entertainment. So what's going on with these should be fun. And I looked at Long Shots as being written by Jerry Dugan and Jonathan Hickman. So I have a lot of faith in a really solid story that's going on in there, turning around and dealing with both the X-Babies and Long Shot. Other one that really I want to put on everybody's radar. I got a lot of faith in this book, and that's without being a big Punisher fan. He's a character that I have no problem with, but just definitely not one first and foremost on my radar. In the Marvel Knights universe, you've got Jimmy Palmiotti and Dan Panosian going to be telling you hardcore Punisher tales. And this is a wraparound cover. If you have not gotten in on issue number 1 here, I think that you need to. This story, I follow Dan Panosian on social media. The way he talks up this story and what they're doing, this is going to be one of those you didn't want to be late to the party if you're a Punisher fan for this. It is going to be violent. It is going to be all the details and all the pieces like that. So they're also still continuing and almost wrapping up here the World to Come, the Marvel Knights, the World to Come number 4. And then this variant I just got my hands on. I just updated the website not less than 20 minutes ago, but on Rogue Storm number 2, Villalobos is delivering, and you can just see the Adam Hughes influence. It's so apparent, and he's doing such justice to that kind of look, that strong female character with the smile kind of idea. Villalobos is definitely climbing the charts, and I would not miss out at least thinking about this variant and what he does. There's a 1 in 50 virgin version of this that I expect to actually be pretty popular too. because I don't know how big this book's going to be. I think that we will get to the 1 in 50 probably, just because that Villalobos I'll need a lot of, that Inhulukli I'll need a solid amount, and then I just need the main one there to fill orders there for that. The other number 2 for the week that Simone DeMeo has one of the striking covers. This is just an A cover, but for Spider-Man Noir hit the shelves and was snatched up by almost everybody on release day. We had a tough time keeping that in stock. It is Eric Larson's writing on this. I think that people are excited to see the what's going to be coming with the TV show, TV movie. I think it's somewhere in that area. Until it's here, I don't really ever remember which one it is correctly. But because of that, the extra popularity of the character is there, and really, this cover is just so on the nose for that. There are a couple other variants here, and the Rod Rice. I mean, none of them are bad, but that first one just absolutely zeroes in on my eyes. And in Marvel, my last variant to kind of flash out here, not a name I know real well, Tei Tanaka, but for the theme of Ultimate X-Men, the Japanese element into it, it is all written and drawn by Peach Momoko, and this chibi styled variant here, I think will have a lot of fans for it. This is a great time to get in early and not miss out on this if it is going to be one of the ones that other places might miss. I'm going to probably stock it pretty decently. I think people are going to have a high demand for that one. I mean, it's tough to pick that over just straight Momoko covers. But on the flip side, this book has delivered, has done really well, and I'll be sad to see it run its entire course when the Ultimate Universe wraps up here near the end of the year. So what else did I have? I think that's my highlights for the just look at the one-off type of stuff. But in the world of number ones, there is a crazy amount. This is a really good opportunity to kind of pick up a new number one and try it, especially if we're looking at some of the stuff that's coming out on weeks that are a little bit lighter on the rack with that fifth Wednesday. American Caper by Dark Horse Comics. Art is by David Lapham, writing Dan Hauser and Laszlo. This story here has a good chance of being something that people want to grab. Everything kind of in that crime element has sold very well. You guys can blame Brubaker and Phillips for creating that entire genre that everybody's playing in. And when I say blame, I mean thank them. But this one here is a tale of two totally normal, completely damaged families in a world of corrupt businesses, inept local politicians, bungling criminals, and unfortunate leisure wear. So kind of take it from there that obviously, some elements that we've all seen in TV shows, but a good story is a good story to kind of keep an eye on there. From Dynamite here, I'm just going to mostly flip this by the page because I got my list in order here. Chitara, I'm going to go to a variant because the Pirello variant just screams out to me. In the Thundercats world of where they have an ongoing and they have several little offshoot miniseries, we now get Chitara World Breaker number 1. This is a flashback. They're saying it again returns to the golden age there. But Pirello has an amazing cover on this. Keep an eye on it on the website. You're going to see many different versions of it because they sell virgins, they sell $100 metal editions. But the regular one there is the $6.99 edition to grab at that. We talked about last week the foil version of this cover. But this week was the regular editions of the Cult of the Lamb Schism special. Cult of the Lamb was a popular little, I believe it was a horror. Let me see. Let me do this. I didn't read it myself. I just know based upon what I had to order for it. But this looks like a possible one-shot off of this. Alex Packendell, who is delivered on a lot of different things like this, and this Peach Momoko A cover will bring some fandom in. So I wanted to point that out. Doctor Who is another one that we turned around and had a foil edition solicit early so that they could get production done. But now the regular covers are here. So this is the 15th Doctor, but it's Doctor Who, the Prison Paradox. Several different ones there. And if for whatever reason you ever think about meeting the actor, and getting an autograph, that photo variants are always great for that, and usually will pick up a little bit of popularity after the fact for people chasing it down. Echo, Seeker of Truth. This was, even though we were in Marvel, I came back with it and put it in the #1 area here. Echo gets, I believe this is scheduled as a mini series, a 5-part mini right now. So the David Mack A cover for everybody for that original creator of Echo. From Distillery, I have Galactic, which I'm going to bring up. All Distillery covers are almost always wraparounds. And this is magazine size and format. That's kind of the signature move of Distillery. This book specifically, and it's What If George Lucas and Quentin Tarantino effed and had a baby. So I believe we brought it up on the monthly orders show, but like we always bring up there, we bring it up again on the FOC for when it's really decision time. Light One, welcome to the show. Just me for the evening. Richie's out covering the floor as we're shorthanded out there. Next #1, I have on another Marvel, Infernal Hulk. He's been immortal. He's been mad, the rampaging, now infernal. And this is Philip Kennedy Johnson kind of carrying things through the natural maturation of from what went on with Immortal Hulk to the next steps when Donny Cates took over and did stuff. So this continues in that. I'm sure if Richie was here, he would tell you that if you had been on past Hulks, we would get you onto this one. But it doesn't hurt to add on if you're not there. And Light One shouldn't be too bad out there. Always on Sundays with the football season, we usually will turn around and see a little bit of a quieter time here, especially as the sun starts to go down. Next, #1 I have, staying Marvel. Like I said, Marvel has so much this week. But I think some of you will really, really, really care about this because this is coming straight out. It's the official prequel to the film, but Predator Badlands. So again, usually it's something like this, a prequel, you're going to get additional content instead of it just being a one-for-one telling about what was in the movie. That's usually a lot more fun. I don't think there's anything bad about the official movie adaptation books. They can be fun, but getting additional story is always a really big deal here. Ethan Sachs writing this. There are a couple of solid variants for this. I would also point out here, especially the one that is straight up the movie poster one. Pretty good. And the last #1 I had to highlight is getting weird with it, but wouldn't be I Want More Comics if we weren't paying attention to Richie's Turtles, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Godzilla. All the glory of all the green that you could ever handle. Well, Light One, if you missed anything on past shows, you still could catch us on the Tuesday show when things come out. We will absolutely turn around. And if you ever are just late to and can't be part of the show, we do encourage a rewatch. Heroes in the Half Shell are taking on the King of the Monsters long before the organization was corrupted by Shredder. The Foot Clan's original purpose was to save Japan from the kaiju. Now, in present day, it looks like Shredder is saying it's cool for Godzilla to come in and beat up on New York. So that is that's your premise. That's where we're going to be at. This is manipulation on a Foot Clan level. Turtles there to save the day. All of that fun. I want to also, this is a weird one because we've been talking a lot recently because of their popularity about blind bags. Dynamite Entertainment has, at the last moment, the 11th hour, dropped 2 blind bags I wanted to highlight and kind of talk about also. Normally we put up a policy of like, you can order more blind bags, but on this one here, I'm not sure we're going to be able to because the Disney Villains Maleficent blind bag is limited to only a 5,000 print run. And that seems like a lot, but I have no idea that if we put in an order for a high amount of these, if we're going to get all of them filled. I always hate that. I really dislike that whole situation. Limited type stuff like this, I'm not a huge fan of, but we still play with what they give us, and we wanted to give this opportunity out here. It's a $20 blind bag, but let's talk about what the contents of this are, because that's important here. The blind bag contains 3 separate limited edition copies of the first issue, featuring unique variant covers drawn at random from a range of art exclusive to this offering. Included in that range are 6 foil variants of the issue, eye-catching covers by the different artists that are on there, as well as 2 line art variants by Robert Quinn and colored blanks. I'm a fair guy. I want to bring this up, like what it is. If you're super interested in this, cool. We've put it up. It's available. They're not giving us a lot of information here. I can't really get into this at the same level as when we can talk about the Ultimate End ones, there's going to be original art. Doesn't appear like there's anything here. I'm not even sure that because of the art that they're using, if you're going to get anything that different than the issues that you could just individually order yourself. So I'll be into this very on a hesitant level to see what's what. I think it's a cool book. I think it's great, but I just don't have enough information to really give a big thumbs up to these blind bags. The other one is the Supernatural blind bag, which Supernatural, both of these are number 1s. I would have put them in number 1, but I wanted to talk about them because of the blind bag separately. Lots of variants here for Supernatural. You are a fan of the show, you have a lot of options, including photo variants back here on this page. I blinked it away. Give me 1 sec. It is that complete. Oh, I completely blinked off the page. There we go. That's much better. The photo variant, which would be really good again for con seekers. But what their mystery variant blind bag here, again, a $20 offering that is offering 3 copies inside the blind bag. I don't think the value's bad on these. I think getting 3 copies of the book and getting different covers is really cool. This one I think is a little bit better because it talks about having homage to classic horror films like Fright Night, Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that this is a better blind bag offering. Even without seeing what's inside of it, this seems very unique. This seems like we're getting something above and beyond what you could just originally order. I like this a little bit more. It's also not limited. It's not telling me that they're only printing 5,000 of them and that some people may be left out in the cold. I like meeting the demand that's out there for this. So I think that this one is a lot cooler if it's if it's your thing. Like Light One says, love Supernatural. I know so many fans of that show that are all in on something like this. The story itself for the number 1, this right here turns around and says, let's say, set between the foundational first and second seasons of the landmark television series. So what I really am expecting inside of a book like this is that your fans are going to be very immersed because you know what was going on after the first season, what was leading into the second season, but it's not just straight dot for dot retelling of shows. So getting new content is always good. I always applaud that. I always give thumbs up on that. Greg Pak is a great writer on this. I think if you're a fan, you should be in on this book. You should definitely try at least one copy, give it a shot, read it, see if you like the thing. But there is a lot of variance, a lot of opportunities here. And again, even that blind bag sounds pretty cool with things that I don't even think we know what's available inside them. So I give this a much stronger, nudge for you guys to consider than I would for the Disney Maleficent one. The Maleficent one seems like we just don't have enough good information on it to really make a good judgment about it. So off of my notes, that's what I had. I tried to stretch this out without the trusty sidekick and all this, but I think that there's a lot of great stuff on here. They are spread out over many weeks. Take a look through the entire page on the website to make choices about what you're looking for. So many variants. Oh, how did I miss what? I meant to bring up this. Stephanie Hans supremely impresses me. Amazing X-Men, another Age of Revelation. I had that on my notes. I just I skipped right over it to get to my personal pick there. And that was a monstrous mistake. Cannot go without highlighting that book. So I almost got to 30 minutes. I think that's pretty good. I appreciate everybody joining in. And again, everything is on the website. Orders are due by 6 p.m. tomorrow. Feel free to put anything that you're in for. Thank you, Light One, for hanging out with us. And we hope everybody has a great time. Be back this week. Tuesday night is going to be with the the hot one. It's got a name. It's cool. Trust me. The new release rack. And then Wednesday is 2 shows. I'll be back with Great Gamer in the afternoon for White Shorts. And that night will be the stream sale. But enjoy your week, and we will see you then.
Orders are due this week at I Want More Comics and Games for over 300 items. Always check out our final orders due page to get your books and beat the release week rush. We work to list every available and open order comic, trade paperback, and manga so you can get exactly what you want. Showcased this week are some terrific variants: Absolute Batman Annual, X-Babies in Long Shots, a Halloween homage for ferals, Echo Seeker of Truth, and the can't-miss Marvel Knights Punisher. Number 1s for Predator Badlands, Supernatural, American Caper, and Chitara. Place your order before 6 p.m. Monday night and select from shipping options or in-store pickup. See you at release.